story was what they yelled, and that was what Secret Service yells when someone has a gun.
Right.
And that's gun, gun, gun. And you watch the Secret Service not only get him off, but put their body in front of them as they escort him off.
Apparently the guy had the sign, it sounds like in the waist, he was pulling it out and somebody started screaming gun, and that's what precipitated all that. Donald Trump, though, came back out on stage a couple of minutes later. What's interesting, though, one of the top political guys over at Politico spun it in such a direction that he wound up deleting the tweet a little later on.
This is what he tweeted originally. Thank God Trump is okay. Hopefully he'll tamp down the negativity and discourage confrontation at his events by singling out reporters, etc. All right, keep in mind, this is a Hillary Clinton supporter who was in the crowd and did this and screaming gun, and the media is blaming Donald Trump for that?
Within 10 minutes on another network, they were saying that Donald Trump forecast this by the way he is so volatile on stage, which is incredible and irresponsible. Number two is, if you look at Glenn Thrush from Politico, who did this e-book on the Obama administration, which was very critical of them early on, it turns out that when the Wikileaks dropped, it turns out there's at least 2 emails from Glenn Thrush, who he calls himself a hack. As he said first to Jennifer, one was to Jennifer Palmieri saying, here's a feature on you, what do you think of it? The other was to John Podesta saying, what do you think about this article? I'm about to publish it. And John Podesta says, looks good to me. Can you imagine having that done and then still having the audacity to tweet that out?
The only reason you'd ever do that is because you wanted to be in their back pocket and you wanted to support them and you wanted your candidate to win. But it conflicts with the integrity of journalism. You can't do that.
When you ask the subject of the piece to say, is this okay with you? That seems to be something. It would be curious. It would be curious to ask Kellyanne Conway or any of the people from the Trump organization if they also got that same deal. Did the guy from Politico ask, how is this?
I doubt it.
Right. Kellyanne just said something behind the scenes I think is important. She said behind the scenes they were telling her you should go. The press has left already, and Donald Trump insisted on going back to the stage in Nevada, and that's pretty tremendous.
All right, we're going to have full coverage.